We're getting used to dire forecasts being thrown in our face over the past few months. We've been hearing about double dips and quantitative easing. But according to Creus Moreira, founder and CEO of internet security company Wisekey, there are other words that should be on our lips in 2012. Creus Moreira, thank you for joining us here in Davos at the World Economic Forum and with SwissSTYLE magazine. Traffic on the internet has been going up dramatically, and the word you would come out with is cybersecurity as being one of the main points of this year's World Economic Forum. Of the 4 issues that the forum will be discussing, 2 of them have a direct link to, and one of them is cybersecurity per se. From your vantage point, you've been in the business for over 20 years. Your company's been around for over 12 or 14 years. How do you view security issues on the internet?
Thank you, John, and thank you for giving the opportunity to SwissSTYLE to cover Wisekey. We have been working on cybersecurity at many levels in the last years. We have been covering cybersecurity at the World Economic Forum, through the regional meetings, at the UN, at the telecom event organized by ITU. Cybersecurity also, we are the founder of the Geneva Security Forum, which is a forum that I developed with the Geneva State, and on which also the cybersecurity was covered already from the last 2008. The good thing is that this year cybersecurity is on the main agenda of the World Economic Forum, and you know what,
with good reason.
And for good reason, and you know what that means. Once the World Economic Forum focus on an issue, the international community starts to pay attention. And I think this is the, I will say, the breakthrough, because suddenly cybersecurity is on the agenda of the decision makers. Before security or cybersecurity, when I alerted a multinational and I say, gentlemen, you might have a danger, I was immediately addressed to the technology department. Say, okay.
It was a secondary issue. It's very technical. It's not our business.
It's an issue. Now, security is especially in the latest event, is a CEO concern. It's a board concern. Mm-hmm. It's one of the risks. A company can lose basically its entire valuation overnight if for whatever reason they are getting attacked.
And its reputation, of course.
And a reputation. Mm-hmm. And the issue now is not whether they're going to be attacked or not. They are going to be attacked, because everybody's going to be attacked. The question is how serious that attack is going to be and how much damage they're going to create. So basically the experts here, I am, been participating in different panels. I just came with a panel with the, I am a member of the Global Council agenda of illicit trade. And one of the initiatives I addressed on the forum was, let's bring all the experts from the different panels working on cybersecurity so we can have a profound discussion among ourselves and start to outline which will be the 3 or 4 technologies, and they are already there, that will be required for companies, government, private sector individuals to apply in order to avoid the risk. I think the question now is how to mitigate risk. I don't think we have anymore the possibility of saying, like was the naive version before, the world is going to be safe and cybersecurity is a question of geeks working in a garage. Now cybersecurity is a question of national sovereignty. There are countries that they are using cybersecurity to attack other countries. I remember a few months ago when I was in a panel in the in ITU Telecom, we said the next world war might be on the internet, right? So that is the major issue, and that's why I believe the endeavor of the World Economic Forum to create visibility on that is essential.
Now, we're located in Davos, and this is you've been named as a global growth company way back when, in 2007.
Right. Your
relationship with the World Economic Forum has changed, and dramatically so. What are you now?
So Wisekey, for first time, has become global growth company partner, which allows you to have a major participation at Davos. So you can be at Davos, you can participate actively in the roundtables. You can also, and it's my case, use my expertise on cybersecurity to talk to other people. And Davos is a place where you shaping ideas, basically. Davos, the beauty of Davos in this field is that it allows you to not only communicate to other people and show your angle of view on this subject, but also learn from their experience. So you have universities, you have government officials, CEOs, all of them talking about the theme. One of the things which I think is essential this year, and we'll learn very well, is the risk of cybersecurity it's now something like $1 trillion to the world economy. So this is 5%. Now,
That would cover Greece's debt quite rapidly.
correct.
Sure.
Now, there are two ways of viewing this. One is, okay, it's a huge risk. As a consequence, we need to find solution and technology, and we put all in the defense side. But who says risk, and there's the Chinese, they have this number for risk and opportunity. Who says risk is opportunity? So it's a huge opportunity for the industry sector, for the technology sector to develop new solutions, startups. And this is one of the other reasons I'm here in Davos, and this is one of the reasons tonight, whether we can activate the Swiss ecosystem and bring them working together through the leadership of Wisekey in order to create a task force on digital security. And this is a very important thing. I am personally committed during this year to work very hard on that. I have been talking to the Swiss government about it. It's a good reaction and reception from them. I think that in Switzerland we have all the elements in place to create a very powerful ecosystem where we can bring universities, people working in the banking secrecy aspect. They have a lot of experience. People working on legislation, people working on encryption in universities and EPFL, Institut Polytechnique. So if we bring all these people together, as I said to the Minister, Madame Lothar, the other day, this could create hundreds of thousands of jobs in Switzerland. It has been stipulated that cybersecurity will create 1 million new jobs around the world. 1 million new jobs.
And you're one of the instigators of this. Of course, this is technology. You personally have been very active when it comes to the Clinton initiative, and I believe one of the themes where Wisekey can play an important role during the debates here in Davos is equality.
Yes.
Your activities in that domain, what have they been?
Yeah, equality is actually another important agenda item, which is we are moving towards a world and is getting divided. The very rich in one side, the very poor in another side. And as you realize with all these new social revolutions that happen around the world, people are not willing anymore to sustain that type of situation. Now, the solutions to that, there are several. On the Global Clinton Initiative, we launched a project to give digital identities to 1 billion people. We are conducting that project. We are now teaming with a very big American bank, which is going to be here to us tonight, to issue an ID and a prepaid card to people that do not have the capability, neither the money to have a bank account, so they're excluded from the economy. And this will allow you is to organize a process on where you can include people into the economy. The internet is a federator. Over 1 billion people are going to join the internet in the next years to come. Something like 4.7 billion mobile phones are going to have the capability to do transactions, and people are going to be using. So now we don't have any more excuses to create this kind of inequality. I mean, people, if they participate in the global agenda, and if they manage to create an environment where with technology they can participate, then there's no reason for that inequality. So I was very happy actually in Davos. There was an e-philanthropy roundtable yesterday, which you had very good people. You have Chelsea Clinton here moderating the roundtable with people from Founders Fund, from Digital Sky Technologies, a mixture between venture capitalists and technologists, and basically everybody was working on the same direction. We need to use the internet as a way to increase philanthropy around the world and include people into the global economy. Otherwise, we will not sustain.
And again, governments can be helpful, but companies make the difference. We at SwissSTYLE address the preoccupations of CEOs throughout Switzerland and worldwide, and I better understand tonight's evening, where you're going to have a good number of them here, and you'll be able to put forward the idea of a Swiss innovation hub,
Correct.
in equality and security. And we'll even have an apple horn at our disposal.
Correct, absolutely. So we're going to enjoy tonight. It's going to be a great evening. You are doing a great job in communicating to the Swiss CEOs and also allow the public to understand their concerns in a way through your magazine and website, SwissSTYLE.com, which I recommend everybody to read and to access. And I believe this is ongoing work. I think we need to educate the people. We are in. I was in Saudi Arabia this weekend addressing a panel of what they call Generation C, which is a generation that is now hyper-connected. These people, when they're young, is your kids, my kids, they are less concerned about privacy, they are less concerned about for the time being until they grow older. But the beauty of this Generation C is that they will be the next CEOs, so we need to learn from them and adapt, but we need, as good parents, protect our kids in the same way we have to protect this new generation coming into the world economy.
Creus Moreira, thank you for the unashamed plug for us, and good luck for tonight.
Thank you very much, John. All the best. Thank you very much.